Good morning. This is Dr. Ennis bringing you your week 12 assignments. So to start, you are going to develop a thesis statement for your argument. And there are some steps here to follow to do that. I'm not going to read that to you. You can do that for yourself. But essentially, you have to determine, now that you've found some sources, what is your stance on this particular topic. And you want to then craft a statement that follows these steps. So here are the parts of a defensible thesis. If it's not defensible, then it's not an argument. So you're going to start with an original claim that avoids personal language. It's your statement, so it's implied that this is your stance. You don't need to say I believe or I feel or in my opinion. You want to use active voice. So one way you can do that is to state it in the form of should or should not. And I'll show you an example after this. And then you want to include a line of reasoning. So there's a because in this statement. It's not simply a claim, it's a thesis. So what you have here is a sample. And this is one that goes along with the subject that I told you no one could do. And I have written a model on this subject, so you will see it next week. But this shows you, and actually what I have in the slides is some notes about what are the parts of this thesis statement. So it's a clear claim and active voice. It doesn't use personal language. So we've got that should be. And then we've got the because. So the line of reasoning tells why it should be. So that's what you need to do for yours. So I've also broken this down into the draft steps. So you're going to follow these steps in order to create the first draft. And I put draft in air quotes kind of because this isn't going to look like a traditional draft. You're not going to have paragraphs or in some cases not even complete sentences, because you're going to be following these steps. So I'm again not going to read these to you, but what you can do is follow these steps to complete it. You can literally list the numbers 1 through 7. You can put step 1, step 2, step 3, and follow the directions, completing each step on a document. Then you're going to post that to Journal so that I can give you feedback before you move on next week. I have adjusted the course calendar to reflect these changes because I had originally wanted you to just go ahead and start drafting, but I don't think you've had enough instruction to do that yet. So I want you to do this and post it to the journal feature, and I will then give you feedback. Next week I'll show you the model, and I might do another video. It depends on how well we do with this journal step. So make sure that you take a look at this precisely. So we're talking about steps 1 through 7 using these slides as you are doing the work that's required for this week. You'll need to do that post by Sunday evening, and I realize that's Easter, but we're not going to be celebrating Easter in the same way as we normally would. So make sure you work on it though this week, so that if you have questions or issues, you can reach out to me ahead of time instead of it becoming late. That's it for this week.